What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 33, picking up from Angel River, Maine. So, at the end of last episode, once we first got here, we picked up the miniature Ronnie doll. Now, with this, you're going to get a dialogue option here at your next side of grace that you do need to go over, or you will be locked out of one of your weapons you're going to need for your platinum trophy. So, before we get into this, there is a little bit of lore I'd like to break down just to kind of make sense of what's going on here. So, we learned earlier that Ronnie was an Empyrean. Empyreans are those the two fingers look at as potential gods in case something were to happen in America, someone else could step up. This is the fate Ronnie fought against. However, this is why she cast her mortal flesh away, killed herself, and lives as a spirit. Now, with this, once you become an Empyrean, the two fingers send you what's known as your shadow. It's almost like a part of your soul that's sworn to protect you, which is what Blythe is to Ronnie. However, if you go against the wishes of the two finger, your shadow is also the one that takes you out. Blythe is a very loyal follower, loves Ronnie. It's like his self, essentially. He wants to protect her. However, this is ingrained into him to take her out if she goes against the two fingers. So, once you interact with her, she's going to talk about how she's pissed that you realize that she was hiding in this doll, and you need to pay her recompense by taking out the baleful shadow that roams these lands. And that is what it actually is, a version of Blythe. So hopefully that, brings some sense to it. Now you have to interact 3 times before she actually start talking, and then she's going to be kind of upset.
A dogged fellow, aren't we? Or is it merely thy habit to talk to dolls? Fine. I hadn't expected any soul to recognize me in this guise. But now the cat is out the bag. I cannot allow thee thy freedom. Perform for me a service as recompense. Eliminate the baleful shadows which prowl these lands. The name of Rani the Witch is already sullied by thee. I will not brook disobedience in this matter. Perform for me. Eliminate the name of... I will not...
Alright. So now, we're just, making sure that dialogue is exhausted. So this is very similar to Angel River, as this is Angel River, Maine. You're going to be dealing with the Claymen and a lot of very similar enemies, such as the big-ass creature that's throwing all the meteorite spells at you. So we're going to have to go on in and, get rid of him. Actually, her. Last time I told you to ignore all these guys, now that we're 500 gold pop, there's not that many of them, so make it worth the time to go ahead and get them done. Look at that, 553, not bad. I feel like we don't even need this. Let's get some more runes for a while. Help us get the stamina done and base stats done so we can get into our damage and just kind of stay there for the rest of the game. Now, as soon as you get up about this far, we are going to loop around to the left at all the items, but what we want to do is we want to get the stealth gone. It's going to be a big problem for us. So rush up the platform here. Or structure, rather. Now, we know they're pretty easy to deal with. Up close, you might have to hold up your shield. Not too much, but you might get hit a time or two. Now you can actually get to her. It's actually pretty easy to guard counter too when she comes in like that. You just, hold up your shield, like so. Boom, boom. So, it makes it much, much easier. So you're wrong. Taking her out is a guaranteed drop for a Somber 7. So we did our early run around, we got you every Somber Stone 1 through 10 so you guys can max out weapons. And I told you, you're only going to get one chance at a weapon. So make sure it's something we use the whole time. Now, Fade, Intelligence, Arcane, we have not got main weapons just yet. They're actually coming very short within a few episodes. But we've been holding off. But if you're doing quality, unless you couldn't get past the Godskin and Volcano Manor when we got teleported there from the Earnia, that's that 7 you would be missing. So you guys are all set up to max out Bloodhound's Fang or whatever you like, right? There are a few options there. Just know it better be something you want to use the whole game because the next Somber 10 is not going to even be a thing until very late in the game, almost to the end. So, let's say you got one chance at this. You can get a few weapons to +9, like we could all bring some up to +9 right now if we really wanted to, because I think you'll get like 3, you'll get 1 through 9, like at least 3 of each is what I'm trying to say. But us being so close to our main weapon, might as well just bring up a basic weapon, set your affinity to how you like it, and use that for the time being. That's what we're doing. It's just smart. Now, I like to just go through and make a loop. I would not mess with this flower. You don't want to fight them. The Madness version. They're really hectic. You guys know this. Not even worth fighting. You want to, sure. why not? But it's really crispy. There you go. How he takes through that is beyond me. That's why I always hated flaming. They just have to be worth a lot. But you're smacking him in the face with bursts of fire and a fucking flame burst, and he acts unaffected. Wow. Alright, so right over here is your ashes for the same guys, your Clavin ashes. You get 2 of them. You're going to be like casting spells. Using those big old bubble spells they're casting at you in Soulful River. Oh, look at that. We got more. Alright. So, once you got all that cleared out, it should be good to keep trolling on here. Keep trolling along, trolling along. Alright, get your Glover. Also, in the underground region, when it comes to like your Ghost Glover, you can get most of them. Let's go through the game. But I think the 8s, you cannot find anywhere else besides like this location. I mean, maybe towards the very end of the game, you'll find a couple, obviously. But if you try to max out a summon, I'm telling you right now, I looked high and low. I was like 70% done with the game. It's getting towards, you know, the end game areas. And I was like, why the fuck can't I get past +8? And I looked everywhere. Every location I was finding, all the catacombs, you know, stuff like that. And there were no 8s anywhere. There are going to be 3 in the lower areas of what we're doing now. But, you know, besides that, you're not really going to find them out there like that, guys. So, you got to do this location if you're going to max out summons. Or you're probably going to be stuck at like +6 for a long time. If you're finding the 7s here too. Alright, a little tedious, but we got them clear. Now, we're head on down and meet some other friends of yours. Be the bull ants. I'm sorry, be the ants. But now you're going to meet the bull ant. Bull ant sucks. He's got a big shield for a head. You cannot damage him unless you like roll through his attacks and get behind him. A lot easier said than done. There's a very tight window to dodge his attack. But yes, he is protected, so you're going to have to try to dodge through and get behind him. Look at these guys. 700 runes a pop now. Starting to get up there. You hate fire, so we're going to use it. Him. Please reach. Oh, you. Please reach. Alright, now you're fucking up my man. Can't have it, brother. Cannot have it. I mean, we don't need our spells to take him down. Trying not to aggro the guy behind him. Because that's, you know, that's your real threat here. What we're going to do first is go to the left. Sorry, I didn't look at my notes. It got mixed up. So you can use your shield. And try, look at, you see what one hit? Just did about 80% of your health? Yeah, dude sucks. He's down so quick. And I even have a shield up. So run, get behind him. And once you get behind him, you just tear him up. But that's just it. Can you get behind him? If you do no damage from the front, guys, you do absolutely no damage from the front. Alright, so once we got him down, we're gonna head on back. Now, over here, if you're doing Dex and you like curved swords, we're gonna get you a weapon you can +10 right now. I mean, even if you don't, it's really easy to get used to the attack patterns of curved swords and see how great they are. Because this weapon right here is one of the most powerful weapons of the game. I mean, it's so fucking powerful, guys. It's a short curved sword, so good for dual wielding, that has an immense amount of damage. And the Ash of Boar sends all these bubbles out that just do this huge explosion, and you're just melting any boss in front of you. Actually, on my end build, I quit using them because it made the game feel too easy. And that should be saying a lot. This game can be very difficult, you know, as you get into it. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to drop down, and right here is the wing of a stele. So the big bug-looking thing we killed from Summer 7, that's like a wing from its body. So if I was doing a mage build, what I would do is I'd go to curved swords, and that'd be your main hand for sure. But then you get a second one with like blood loss, like you'll get the bandage curved sword soon, because you want something with blood loss built into it. It's not, blood loss weapon. It's just a nice additive. But if you're dual wielding, you're getting physical and magic on this weapon. Very powerful Ash of War. Then you'd have a second one. You don't have anything too special right now, but you'd have like the Bandit's Curve Sword. We're getting Altus. So that would be your offhand weapon. You switch your affinity to magic. You get physical on both. You get magic on both, and then you'd also have the blood loss proccing. But really, really solid moveset. The running attack's like my favorite. It's so satisfying when you run up and whop, whop, just piling on that damage. Now, I do not have. I think the intelligence requirement's high as shit. Yeah, I would have to literally put on a rune arc just to show it off. I hate to do that again, but essentially what it is you throw your arms like that, and 5 bubbles go in front of your face. It's like bah 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 exploding, and it's fucking wiping out anything. I went into big bosses and did that twice. They're dead. Like big main story bosses, twice fucking dead. They were helpless little children. That weapon is, like it's saying enough. It's one of the most powerful weapons in the game, undoubtedly so. It's absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely. I mean, it doesn't even go with our build we're talking about. That should tell you. I mean, like I said, we did recommend a build at the start with Strength Faith, yes. But I'm still going to cover every single build. I'm going to tell you what's good for every build so you guys have the freedom. And, for intelligence guys, like if you're doing intelligence build, you should definitely have some kind of melee going. That weapon, that build we were just showing, that's like my second most recommended thing to use. It's either that for me, at least, or Darkmoon Greatsword. I'm gonna get you here in a few episodes, which is Greatsword. So if you like Greatswords, you should use Darkmoon. You like curved swords, you should do that setup. Dual wield them, or you can just go sword and shield with it too. I mean, it's not bad. Moveset's not that much difference. It's one-handed. We could easily go sword and shield with it. Get a bunch of quick hits, building up damage. Have your Ash of War, boom. You're getting on them, you still guard and block and parry. So, I mean, it's up to you. I think I would definitely give the edge to the Darkmoon. It's a legendary ornament for a reason. It's fucking very powerful. I think it's one of the most powerful weapons in the game. I'd put it top 3. But yeah, I mean, it's just about choices and play styles at the end of the day. But either way, guys, now that you got that down, we're going to keep moving. You've made it to Nokstella. So we've done Nokron, now we're at Nokstella. Nokstella is pretty cool. When we clear areas, we always do a big loop around. This place is exactly what you're doing. It's just how it's set up. That's all we're doing. It's one big old circle. Guarantee you're getting all the items. Now, once you get here, you have another dialogue option with Ronnie, or you will not be able to get a quest item, which will lead to the Darkmoon Greatsword. Once again, legendary ornament needed for your platform.
Let us speak. I was once an Empyrean of the demigods. Only I, Mikola, and Melania could claim that title. Each of us was chosen by our own 2 fingers as a candidate to succeed Queen Marika, to become the new god of the coming age, which is when I received Blythe, in the form of a vassal tailored for an Empyrean. But I would not acquiesce to the 2 fingers. I stole the rune of death, slew mine own Empyrean flesh, casting it away. I would not be controlled by that thing. The 2 fingers and I have been cursing each other ever since, and the baleful shadows are their assassin. I turned my back on the 2 fingers. The baleful...
Alright, so with that, you guys are good to go. I'm wondering... Yeah, so she picked up 5 of these, so when you're just going through that last area, a lot of those guys were dropping these runes. So these are golden root 10s. That is a handful of souls right now. And we already have almost 40,000, so it's another 40,000, right? So almost 2 levels. Not quite. But enough for us to, get much further on that stamina. So we need 3 more levels, and we almost have 1. I could probably pop some more. I'm not worried about it because, I mean, they're going to come and go so much. We don't really have any big ones. That's 5,000. Be 32. Yeah, we need like 30. So we'll wait, but at least to get us a pretty good start. So what we're going to be doing first is going to this top portion. Then we'll get dropped back down. I think it's like up that. No, that's the door we came in. I forget where it's at, but you'll get dropped back down. Oh, it's from the other side. And then we'll do our loop for the bottom. So don't worry about the bottom just yet. Instead, we're gonna go knock out this porch because it's like kind of by itself. And we got to get some stuff down here. But I like to take her out now. It's just smart. So you're also going to get a lot of really good sombers. You're going to get a handful of somber 7s here. You get, somber 6s. You get a lot of really, really good stuff. Like I said, you do all the underground areas, you'll be able to almost max out mini weapons. At least 3 or 4. And all this is in the first half of the game. I mean, the second half of the game doesn't really start until you hit Mount Gelmir. So all these underground regions could be done now or could be done later, but they're essentially part of the first half of the game. It's just really rewarding you for doing all the content. It's about where I'd say the mid-game starts. It just happens to be very big. So, ant skull plate. It's kind of like those bull ants we were fighting. But it's a shield. Now these guys, oh, I cannot believe. Yeah, I do want to show this off. It's really cool. I forgot to put it on. So with these little blobs here, you're going to notice that they are, they should work with fire too. You're going to notice they're kind of glowing with lightning. They do lightning damage. So when they explode, they're going to be, do a huge explosion of lightning. Now, if you throw lightning at them, pretty much one-shots them, and then you're going to get a domino effect. Check it out. Now, they're all just going to kind of wipe each other out. See that? But even though they do lightning, that's what they're going to be weakest to. So it's like, maybe I should just put on, lightning bolt spell. But none of it's really needed. A couple whacks, couple spells, whatever. Same shit. It's just going to cost a lot more mana using fire than it would lightning. Alright, so from there, we're going to go up the stairs. Not all the way up just yet. First, we're going to follow this around. Go all the way down, all the way behind. That's your archer ashes. So that's those little guys that are using the frost buildup. Was it ghost flame? But instead of having the shields, those are going to be the archers. So they're even much better, much worse to deal with. Now these guys are all kind of plated. So I'm going to see if this works. We're going to try to get behind them. And this being AoE, it might be to do that somewhat. Yeah. You notice most of the damage is being blocked, so the only way to actually kill these guys, and they can put you down quick if you're not careful, is you've got to go behind them. That's what you got to do. You've got to get behind them. And their damage is not bad. Look at that. We're doing nothing. As soon as you get a few of them, life is going to get a lot easier on you. Less targets. Thank you. We'll heal on up. That is, at this point, you have infinite amounts of Ghost Glover 1, 2, 3, and 4 once you turn those in. I haven't turned in any yet. Figure we'll just get, almost all of them, then we'll do that. So there will be a few blobbies that want to fall down on you. I think we were able to get past the shield a bit now. Alright, get rid of him. It's so easy to miss this, but just go to the left as soon as you get in, turn around. There you go. Usually he's trying to block you in. Right here's the Somber 7. You desperately need. It's like find none the whole game, and then find 4 or 5 back to back. The fact of the matter is, if you didn't do the underground, you wouldn't find another one of those. If you just kept progressing through Mount Gelmir, Altus Plateau, the capital, you wouldn't find another one until the capital, dude. It's fucking crazy. The end of the capital. So, yeah. Why you want to do the underground, or you wouldn't be getting no weapon plus 6 for a long time. Now I don't know why this is so hard, but it's so easy to get killed. You have 2 Night Maidens. They will kill you so fucking fast, y'all. I'm not kidding. Hi, friends. Quickly. Yeah, their damage output's really high. So they could easily take you out. I don't know why. Usually it will take me 2 tries. I did it good this time. Usually I always get the second. We came out pretty decent. Now, with them out the way, you can actually get a very powerful summon, which is them. And that's going to be right here. I think it's more of a puppet than a summon, but they work the same. Night Maiden and Sorceress Puppets. So you get both of them. And I'm telling you, they are fucking powerful, guys. And there's nothing on this balcony, it's just a way back down. Now, this next part can be a little difficult, to say the least. So you're going to have a lot of those really big balls. Not a lot. You have enough. There's one coming down the stairs. There's one in that building. It's like 3 ahead. So it's 3 larval tiers, too. Now, he will, like, speed up just to hit you really quickly. So usually what I'll do is I like run and tuck behind something like this. So I think he can still break through it. Yeah. But it should do well enough to keep you safe. Yeah, look at that damage he does. Look at that damage. Now, every time you hit him, you kind of make him roll the opposite way. So if you have enough stamina to stay on him, you can lock him down. You're immune to blood loss. You're immune to, I think, all status falls. So all you're really doing is getting physical on. So if you're doing like quality weapons, you'd be better off getting damage than us, or anyone that's using elemental. It's all that. Straight immune. So as soon as you go in here, what's going to happen is these doors are going to shut. You're going to be locked in. And there it is. This guy's going to fall down and try to kill you. So what I like to do, I hope I can reach him with this. I wish we could switch weapons on the go or spells on the go. We just can't. But what you're going to do is kind of just lock him down. Now remember, while you're hitting him, he's rolling backwards. So he can't really do anything to you. But you got to stay on him. That's the thing, gotta stay on them. Get your larval tier. Over here, pop this. Something else you're gonna want, another great ghost clover. So once we have, where's that down here? Let's see. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, so we have everything we need to max out the mimic or whatever summon you want. That's maxed out. You have everything you need to max out your weapons. And that's what I'm saying. You're not even through the first half of the game. I've never played a Souls-like where you're able to max out your shit this soon. And it's just, we're being rewarded for doing all the hidden content and, all the content in general, right? So that's crazy. We're not even halfway through the fucking game. I mean, we're only in episode like 30. This is a 100-hour walkthrough with the DLC included. So, we're just in really good shape. Then you think of our level, we're looking good there. We're almost at level 100. So, we're doing this in a way where everyone should always be set up as best as they can be. Now, I've never found anything with this door. I highly doubt I'm missing anything, but I've never heard anyone talk about it. You don't have the right, oh, you don't have the right. It never gets old. But there's no way to open this. I've tried gestures, I've tried everything you think of, never heard of anyone opening it. I figured I'd mention it because sometimes people say, hey, try a gesture. Now when you get in here, this is going to be kind of weird. So these guys are going to keep falling, and they're actually like behind that thing. So we're going to drop that on top of them. But you're going to wait until I think they drop 3 times. Oh, fuck, they're getting close. Yeah, there's the 3rd time. Now he's going to kind of roll over them. And if he doesn't kill him all the way, he almost will. And once again, he's going to be trapped. Just beat on him a bit. There you go. Get your other larvals here. Please help out a bit, you know what I mean? Thin the herd, so to speak. Remember, if it's one with lightning, they're gonna explode and kill everybody else. Like this one right here. You need to get him down. Make sure it's close enough to the others. Almost. Yeah, at least took down Shield Bro over there. Alright, so once we got that, we're gonna go pop this chest. Somber 7. Then we have one more chest to get, which is going to give you a legendary talisman need for your platinum trophy. But not before we get our Somber 6. Where is he? Right here. Alright, so going in here, I would highly recommend summoning Mimic or whatever you got. Because there's going to be 2 Silver Tears and then a Night Maiden. It can be pretty rough. One has this Y-hander too. Really beefy, ultra great sword. You got this dude with the spear. Yeah. That's weird. Yeah, I was about to say, I thought he had this Y-hander, and then it's so big it started looking like a spear. I'm like, wait, you're supposed to have a different weapon. Bye-bye. Alright. I want to see how Mimic can do on his own. He's not upgraded, mind you. He's not upgraded. His damage isn't exactly horrible. Did you get about 100 something a hit? Yeah. But he's buffed up too. And he's two-handed. Get her. Come on, Mimic. You can do it, buddy. He's about to get killed. It's okay. We'll help him out. You. Sometimes need a little bit of help, but he wasn't doing so bad. I mean, we're almost mid-game with no upgrades yet, so but still, he wasn't too bad. And there you go, Mood of Nokstella. So that just gives you another spell slot. I mean, you get so many, it's kind of pointless in my opinion. You're getting all your memory stones, but you know it's there. However, you gotta keep in mind it is a legendary talisman, so you do need it for your trophies. Okay, I think it's off there. So it's supposed to be a golden seed. Alright, there it is. So it's on this end. So as mentioned, this is just going to put you on the other side. So what we want to do is just make a big old loop around. In fact, right there is what's going to take you on out of here to the Lake of Frost. That's where we're going to stop at. So what we need to do is go all the way down, starting to the left side, and loop back around the right. We'll pick up about right here, just on the bottom. Okay, I swore there was there. I swore there was something over here, just crafting. Alright, so you're gonna have like a mix of ants, night maidens, and the night maidens are like riding the ants. It's fucking crazy. Pretty hard to deal with if you're not careful. But yeah, just kind of like a mix of everybody. Yep. You know what? When I was taking notes for this episode, I do not remember checking over here. But there are certain areas behind the buildings where you get like stone sword keys or smithing stones or, whatever the case may be. So always check that stuff, guys. Always check that stuff. So right now, we're not worried about anything across the water. Everything on the left-hand side is what we're at. So just like before, you can kill one that's buffed with lightning. You're probably taking them all out. Just like that. And getting up top, these guys have the shields. There's one. There's two. Now from here, what I usually try to do is wipe them all out. See if we can get them good enough. I mean, as many as we can. We could lower the numbers a bit. Come on, get him. Good, keep going. One spell, 10 guys. Gotta love it. It's quite good. So these should be your Ghost Clover 8s right here if you haven't picked any up. Take her. Now she may give you some shit. Once we get down here, kind of backtrack through the water. We have our glowworms to get. You said they're really rare. So there's your Ghost Clover 8. There's 1. There's 2. Silver Fireflies. Looking pretty good. Now remember, we're really just worried about the guys on the left-hand side. But, you know, once you get down to the water, if there is someone that's like right there, it might not hurt taking them out. I'm not worried about them because there's only 2 of them. But yeah, I mean, you're right here. Now these guys can do poison. Sometimes it's magic, sometimes it's frostbite. So they pretty much would do every status. It just depends where you find them, which area in the game you are. There you go. That's why I ran. If you notice, just doing this loop around, you're getting almost 100,000 souls. We just spent all of our souls, and we're already up to 70,000. I think we had 20, so that's 50,000 right there. I think you pulled like 70 out of it, 70, 80. You know, one run if you clear everybody. But we still have a few enemies left too, so yeah, you get quite a few. I mean, every one of these guys you kill, I think gives like 250, so it really adds up. Do in case you piss off any NPCs, smack one of them, try to take their armor. That's what you're gonna get. So, Celestial Dew, so you can fix those quest lines. So we've already went over this, but it's a big game. People aren't following along. I want to mention stuff so they know. It's gonna be used at Church of Vows. All right, Silver Tear Husk. Now we got 2 Night Maidens. We know that they can stack up damage. Just, you know, be cautious. I wonder if I could swing wide and backstab. She may have noticed. She was definitely looking our way. Something 6. Yeah, looks like she was going to investigate. Got herself killed for it. God, you're such a pussy. Just fight. Stop running away. Jesus Christ. Alright. Drawstring Holy. And that's back, you know, where you originally started from. So like I said, it's just a big circle. That's all it really is. And keep in mind, to progress, we need to be all the way back on the other end. But we still have, you know, this whole coast to do. That's what we're going to be working on. Remember, when you do that, knock them off, you can get back to them. It works the same as a stagger. Sometimes I'm not worried about it, so I just start swinging on them. But yeah, it's better to get a critical attack so you can get that damage boost. And that brings you back around to your side of grace if you need it. So where we need to be is all the way on the other side. Fact of the matter is I don't want to rest. I mean, we have almost 80,000 souls. I should rest. We've killed a lot of guys, y'all. We've killed a lot of guys. That's why I say I try to do it in like one swift run. It can be difficult. I think we'll be okay. Now these stairs right here, this is something you have not done because it was under the higher area that we did. So it's nice is I think you're going to get a Glowvert 9. Yeah, Ghost Glowvert 9. Looking at my notes. Come here, witch. Thank you. I'm going to and check our times here. How we doing? 34 minutes. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, Ghost Glow over at 9. Should just be able to drop all them down. And we've already cleared most of the water, so that will make things a bit easier. But pretty much at this point, there's going to be a lift on your left, and that's going to allow you to, leave the zone, which we will do. But first, and that's where you're about to go. But first, just want to make sure you get all your items, because there's other things to get. Like right here. We're just going to run up, start our chain reaction by killing one of them. And you should take out most of the other ones. Might be one left, we'll see. Well, maybe not. I think you might actually reach all. Oh, no, the other one didn't get hit. Back up, let it play out. Thank you. What the hell? Oh, right over here. Now that's where you fought your Dragonkin, your first one. Dragonkin soldier. Seems like so long ago now. We got her big ass. Try to get her quickly. Thank you. It's pretty dangerous, guys. Pretty dangerous. And then over here, this is where we progress right here, that lift. But over here, the far left-hand side, kind of like what you just did, but it's a bit different. Well, the item's different. Not get hit. And then in the back right, you're going to see like 3 bull ants. If you want to fight them, but there's no item. And just fighting one of those guys, you can damn near one-shot you. Wouldn't do it. Would not recommend that. If you guys want to finish killing the enemies, feel free to do so. But for us, we're going to be moving on. We still have the Baleful Shadow to take out. Alright, so from here, we're going to take this lift on down. Now, at this point, there's really only 2 places left. You have Deep Root Depths and the Lake of Rot. Now, before we do the Lake of Rot, there is something we need to go get, which is going to be an armor set to raise our defenses, because you cannot use Torrent. You have to run around the Lake of Rot. It's an absolute nightmare. Not my idea of fun. But there are things we can do to help, right? So that's exactly what we're going to do. And while we are here, this is 23, and we're 20,000 swords. We pick up more of our big ones. Yes, we did. We'll pop all those. This is more up to y'all's discretion, however you want to play it. But for me, it makes sense to do. And I want to get that endurance. We got one more level. I want to get that done, because I know, okay, that's done till end game. I mean, that could be done for my whole playthrough. Faith, strength, faith build. 20's okay. It's not bad. I think I want to put 5 more levels later, but I don't have to. 20's good. 25 is good. And these are like done. We could even wait a bit to do health. So what I'll probably do, we'll put 1 more level here. Then I'll probably start bringing strength and faith up pretty high. Then I'll just like respec and take 5 levels out of each and finish off health. So let's say we get strength and faith to 35. I'll respec, bring them to 30, put 10 levels there, then they'll be 50, 20, 25, and they'll be permanently done. And then we're just in damage for the rest of the game. That's how I like to do it. That way I'm reaching requirements, getting up levels, so I actually reach requirements, then any levels I put in after that, I can just throw into health. So it's, get it over and done with while I'm still bringing up damage. There should be a few resources, nothing crazy aside from your glow work. Now the Baleful Shadow is a very tough fight. When you create distance, he's going to kind of lunge at you, and his damage is absolutely astronomical. It's huge. He can be very hard if you don't have to play it. What we want to do is try to bait his jump attack, because then we can roll through it, get behind, and backstab. And that's what we want to do. Rinse, repeat. Everything else we're running away from or dodging through, because like I said, this fight can be very, very hard, or you can make it quite easy. I mean, the guy killed me a bunch, but I was kind of fighting straight up, rolling what I could, 1 hit here, 1 hit there, and it became much, much more difficult.
Oh,
now this is a trophy. If you do not, if he didn't spawn here, it's because you missed something when it came to Ronnie's quest line. Probably didn't talk to the doll, so he won't be here. And you can try to stay on him too. And what's even worse is the guy will heal. So wait on him to jump in. Just keep backing up, he'll always do that attack. In fact, that is simple, guys. Run away. I said he might heal on you. It doesn't matter. We'll get it right back from him. He can't heal a bunch, so keep your distance. You should trigger his jump attack. Hey, fly. Seriously. Thank you. When you see him raise up his arm, that's, you know, him going for that attack. When we get behind back then, you notice his health is fucking absurd. There we go. You can bite him straight up too. I just think if you bait the jump attack, it makes life so much easier for everybody. His combos are pretty. There you go. One. His combos are pretty intense. I don't even think we got blood loss off in this asshole yet.
Beautifully fought.
There you go.
My thanks.
So it can be very hard. She even says it.
Than I envisioned.
Yeah, so it's more of a challenge than I envisioned. So she knows that it is very difficult. But if you play it like that, it doesn't have to be. That's the thing.
And E.G. I love that.
So once again, it seems like her quest is over, and it is not. You know, it's not. That's going to get you discarded Palace Key, which we will use eventually when it makes more sense to do so, but not just yet. So once you take this down, this is going to be the Lake of Rot. Now, Lake of Rot can be an absolute nightmare if you don't know how to play it. Like I said, you can't use Torrent, right? So you have no choice but to do this on foot. Now, walk out here for 2 seconds. Look at that route. Look how fast it's, you know. And then you're like, holy shit, I need to do this whole location. So let's pick up the map. So if I pull up this map, you need to do this whole location. It might not look that big. It's pretty big. We can get this whole area done in 30 minutes, but it's pretty big, guys. I mean, you have one boss fight, one mini boss fight, a bunch of loose items to grab, and you got to kind of just make a loop around. There's also a puzzle you need to do that takes you to one of the boss fights, and then you have the cloister, which is over here, which leads to another underground area over here, which is like your main boss. Then that is what brings you over up top here. So we talked about that earlier. So quite a bit going on. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a pin in our underground for the time being. We have 2 regions left. You have Deep Root Depths, a small transitional zone to Deep Root Depths, but essentially you have Lake of Rot, Deep Root Depths, and that's it. However, there's an armor set we want to go pick up. So that is going to be actually right over by Seathwater River, right when we came out of the Abductor Virgin tunnel after that fight. It was linked to Volcano Manor. So we're going to go do a cave over there that's going to get us our armor set that will set us up quite nicely. Then we'll be able to, you know, just go through the Lake of Rot, get that shit done. Then we'll jump back down over here to Ancestral Woods. Somewhere. Right here. Then that will lead over to Deep Root Depths. But that's all we have left. So that's what we're going to do. In fact, how long have we been recording? 43 minutes. I want to go knock out this cave real quick because it's not enough for the whole episode. I'm thinking we might just, let's do it at the start of next episode. So we'll do the cave, then we'll do the Lake of Rot and put that all together. So I know no one's going to miss out. Just make the most sense. So instead, we'll just go ahead and wrap up here at the Lake of Rot and, you know, pick up here next episode. So with that, y'all stay tuned. Please subscribe for more walkthrough, and we will catch you back here next episode for the Lake of Rot.